T-Man 978 Chill Review. Hello everyone! Right now I'm reviewing the actual retail release version of DX9's RICHTHOFEN. If you want to know what that means, Google. Google is your friend forever. Packaging is nice. I took all the contents out. Here you have with this, Inner Dream, Eternal Hobby. 'Cause that makes sense right there. I got this figure by way of Matt. You may have seen me open this the other day. Here he is shooting Ramjet out of the sky. Now, I've played with this toy, and unlike my previous chill review, you won't be questioning my sanity at the end. If I'm not mistaken, besides that being Ramjet, I think these are supposed to be the aerial bots, because that's Silverbolt. But now these four jets over there, they all look the same, but the aerial bots were different jets. But that's enough of the packaging. Inside the packaging, you get the full masterpiece treatment, because this looks like an authentic masterpiece. And the toy does too, honestly. Here's this right there, if you can read that. The instruction manual looks official. Here's the rear. And they have a cross promotion with their version of Omega Supreme right here, which actually looks just as good as the Fans Toys one, to be honest. But I don't know if it's going to have as much diecast, but it's not about him. You also get this fold out poster right there. I mean, you get a ton of stuff in this package for the price. So, man, these things are coming down in price. So, Takar told me, y'all better start watching out, and y'all better start hurrying up with these toys. RICHTHOFEN, aka Powerglide, is super duper close to perfection to me in my opinion. Like, he looks perfect, like straight out of box. This looks freaking official. I can't believe how good of a job they did. Like, he has a backpack, but the way they designed it, you can't really even tell it. It just looks so perfect. I like the way they did the back of the legs. They opened this up to cover the flat part of the legs. I like the way they made the wings fold over the feet. Everything is nice. If I have one problem, it's the fact that these wings don't exactly sit flush up against the body. So it does leave a gap. Like right now, looking at it on camera, it bothers me even less, to be honest. But man, he's good. This is almost like Fans Toys has been my favorite. This feels like it was designed by Fans Toys, but came out from a different company. It's barely anything I could complain about aesthetically. Like, one thing I can complain about, the red they put in the inner thigh due to transformation. But if I didn't point that out, I don't even know if you would have even noticed. Like, it just looks dark right there. Now when the light is shining better right here, you can barely even tell that's there. The face is spot on. That is crazy. He looks nice. If I have to complain, the crotch skirts on the sides, they get out the way easy, but the front, it's a hassle right there. You always have to pull it up and then move this. And the joints are insanely, it's a good thing because it's better than having loose joints, but they are insanely tight. You'll almost feel like you're breaking it. Like, I transformed this thing without the instruction manual, and I didn't realize that he had a waist joint because I tried, but it was so tight that I couldn't make it move. And I was looking at how he transformed, and I was like, nah, he can't possibly have a waist joint. But he does. And I like that. He also has ankle pivot. The toes, feet don't come up much, but they do go back. He does have this little heel spur thing right here. He only has single jointed knees. And he does have rotation right there. And he has upper thigh rotation. The legs can kick out this far, kick forward that far, which is good. And due to the butt flaps, he can kick all the way back. So the waist. The arms can rotate 360. They can go out to the side. This axle part right here moves out of the way, which is good, and it doesn't look awkward. The only problem is you have to push it back down when you're done. Bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, and wrist rotation. Now the wrist, I mean, it's starting to move. Like, he has all this rotation right there, but the way the thumb is molded, the thumb eventually bumps right there, so it won't come all the way around. The fingers open up. These three open together, and then the index finger. They don't particularly open wide. That's just an added bonus because this gun in his hand that looks damn near identical. The Bumblebee, I had to pull Bumblebees out. You can actually just slide it in the hand. And personally, I love that. Not having to worry about a tabbing system is awesome. So this guy definitely looks great, and he could only use one thing. You guessed it, an Autobot symbol. That's what he needed. But anywho, let's get into some of his accessories. Like I said, his pistol looks a lot like Bumblebee's, but it's bigger than Bumblebee's. So there's consistency with their weapon design, but since it's bigger, I don't know if that would make sense for them to develop the same gun just in different sizes, if this was a real thing. Here is Astoria Carlton Ritz. I think she's a parody of Paris Hilton. Like, with that name, she's named after a hotel. She should be the daughter of a CEO. Now, from the front, she looks about as detailed as Raoul that came with Trax. She does have these weird circles on her back, so I don't know what's up with that. Well, she's decent enough. She is the girl who loved Powerglide, and here's how big she is compared to him. And here is the mask from Hoist Goes Hollywood. All you have to do to get that done is start pushing the face, or grab the nose part of the mouth plate and turn that around. He has a peg on the back. Shove that into his face. And now he is an alien, or an alien robot pretending to be an alien when he's already an alien and he has to walk stupidly like Frankenstein. He does come with this little display stand. Basically, this stand is not like your typical stand. You have to actually decide where you want this to click first, or how you want it to stand up. That's straight. So I want it to be, I want it to be turned this way, and I want this to be up straight. And then let's see if this works, because it's not in the instructions. I want to put this forward. So now he's in a good flight pose. If my theory is correct, this should work. Yeah, there we go. So he is able to be elevated off the ground. Not very far because of where you need to attach that. That's where it attaches in jet mode. But he is at least still elevated off the ground and in a flight pose, which is cool. I didn't mention it, but this is all die cast right here. His little back panel right there is die cast. The panel under that, I think, is still plastic. The feet, I can't tell whether there is much or if any more die cast anywhere else, but the reds all match up. And I didn't show off that he can rotate his head 360. Once you pull his neck out for robot mode, he can look down a little bit and he can look up that much, which is good. It's not a lot, but it's decent, because that's about as much as he would look up in a cartoon, because he doesn't have a neck in the cartoon, I don't believe. One more feature I didn't mention, and I like this toy a lot, but the joints and everything is just tight. It feels like you're going to break it the first time. Unfortunately, You can open his chest, but unfortunately they didn't give you much of anything to grab on. And I've cut my nails off a while ago, and I was able to open this up. It's very good before, but today I've been having a problem. And inside you get to see that he has his little heart that shows that he does care about Astoria. He was acting like he didn't the whole episode. So, size comparisons. I said he feels like he should be a Fans Toys design toy, but he's nowhere near as heavy as this Insecticon right here from Fans Toys. Like, they have him beat as far as the amount of die cast and the weight, but he's a little bit shorter than Bombshell, as you can see right here. Mandatory Bumblebee comparison. No, I don't have a yellow one yet, and I haven't been seeing them at Toys R Us, so yeah. Some other Season 2 Minibots. Season 2 Carbots. These two, because these are two of my favorite third-party G1 Autobots. I think he does an excellent job, just like Hound right here, or Willis. And I've been liking Arcos for a long time. Since Prime has been permanently in truck mode, here's Optimus replacement right now. And here's Ramjet since he was on the box. And man, my toys are dusty. So I really like RICHTHOFEN, and he's as pretty close to perfection as he can be. And I'm not going to keep harping on it, but I really like his robot mode. Transformation is very, very simple, and I love it, to be honest with you. Make sure these fists are forward like they should be. Lift this panel up, which is tight. Rotate the hand and push that down in there. The same thing over here. Okay. We can go ahead and rotate this face around. Don't push that neck in, because here's the one thing I didn't figure out when I transformed it by myself. You're supposed to pull this chest out, rotate it around, and put it like this. But honestly, if you don't do that, it's still okay. Now we can take this arm, put it like that, rotate these shoulder parts forward, rotate the arm this way, and peg that into here on both sides. I do notice that these wings must be painted a little bit, even though they don't look like it. The whole body must be painted, because it is putting a little bit of rub on the actual arm parts. Leave that like that. Now we can take this down, or unlatch that basically. Get this out, unhook these hooks, bring that down, and just leave it like that for now. We could push this head into place, because that's where it needs to be. The feet. Unpeg this. This clips into there. Same thing over here. Open this up. Push this down. And close this right here. Open this up. Clip that down. And peg that into here. Now, the thighs can rotate where the red is out there. And we can rotate the leg to be like this. Rotate the thigh. And rotate the leg to be like this. Go ahead and lift the foot up and shove it up. Lift the foot up and shove it up. Rotate the wings, and this is very tight right here. I definitely thought I was going to break this. It didn't feel like it was supposed to move. Bring these down. And now, here was one tricky part, but I figured it out easy. You could tell automatically that this slots into that little butt crack area right there. But I first had it like this, and I'm like, what the heck? Where is that supposed to go? But once I unpegged this, which was very tight, I realized, oh, this needs to clip down under here. So we can get this down here, lift this wheel out the way and bring these legs together. There's a little peg right here. Push that into the foot. Clip all that together. Make sure this is pushed into place. These little crotch panels or butt flap panels do get in the way. And up here, we need to get this rocked into place and push that little landing gear in there. Push these side panels in. And now we just move this little peg down into the side right there, which is easy enough. Straighten out the wings, shove that peg into the side, and close the clips. And basically, once you make sure everything's straight, because you might bump into something while you're moving everything, this is a very extremely solid jet mode. This came out way better than I could ever imagine. You don't see like basically any robot kibble, because these turn into like little engines or whatever. I thought that would bug me, but they look like the engine or whatever that's supposed to be. The only thing I can complain about with this is this gray showing right here where his face panel is. They could have painted that red. Why they didn't paint the sides of that red, I don't know, because watch this. When you flip it, that gray part that's not painted red is covered. It's completely covered. So yeah, they could have painted that red. Why they opted not to and still let you see that, I don't know. This little peg, now that that's visible, you could take his gun, which has that right there, and shove that here. And give him even extra artillery right there. So, I really like that. He has landing gear right here. That they're like clip-on, so they can pop off if you're not careful. In fact, one QC issue, might be a QC issue. This is separating from there. So when you mess with this, it really shows. He has a landing gear back here. And to get to this landing gear in the front, you have to open this panel up. And this is tough. Like I said, all these joints are tight. It is tough as crap to get that out. If you don't have any type of fingernail, you will have a hard time. And look, you can still keep the gun there while pulling that landing gear out. And here's what I haven't tried yet. Shut that back up. I haven't tried rolling him. It rolls decent enough. Now I guess you guys want me to get some comparisons. I know they wanted to do this as seamless as possible in robot mode, but they should have put a little tiny lip in there so you can get your fingernail in there, because that's gonna wear up after a while. But basically, here's what I wanted to show off. This can clip into here for the flight stand, and now he could be dive bombing people and whatnot, or swooping up, however you want to do it. Here he is going up. To make sure I show it, here is the cockpit. There's literally no detail in there, so yeah, that is a scratch off. They should have made that a little bit more smoky. Now, to be honest with you, I never paid attention to it till just now when I zoomed in. And here is a size comparison that was not as seamless to transform as this robot here. So you're welcome off top right here. Here he is with the ramjet. He is very tiny compared to ramjet. So thank you, Matt, once again for supplying me with this. I very much appreciate it. And I'm super duper happy with this figure. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. If you love this video, make sure you don't leave without clicking the like button. Make sure you do all the other things you need to do. Subscribe. Until next time, T-Man 978 out of here. Listen to this guy right now.
Click the videos. Click the fucking videos, baby. Click the videos. You should really click these videos. Click the videos. Click those fucking videos, baby. Click the videos.